everyone. Ramadan Mubarak. It's Ramadan time, and welcome back to Easy Fluent English, the English podcast. I'm TK.
And I'm Jimmy.
We're really delighted you're here with us today. Before we start, quick reminder. If you enjoy learning English with real conversations, we request please don't forget to like this episode and subscribe to our channel. Today's episode is going to be so fantastic. So today we're talking about the rain in Ramadan time. Listen to that rain. It's different tonight.
Yeah, Ramadan rain feels different, slower, softer, almost like the sky is reflecting with us.
The table is still warm from iftar. Dates, water, that first sip after Maghrib, there's nothing like it.
Nothing. All day your throat is dry, your body's tired, and then one sip. And suddenly you realize how much you take for granted.
So, how was your first fast? Be honest, not the Instagram answer, the real one.
The real one? It was harder than I expected. Not physically at first, but mentally. Morning was easy. Afternoon was different. By 4 p.m. my energy dropped, and that's when the whispers start. You could break it. No one would know. That's enough.
That's the real battle. People think fasting is about food. It's not. It's about discipline. It's about silence inside your own mind.
You know what hit me this morning? Suhoor felt peaceful. Dark sky, quiet house, everyone half asleep. There's something sacred about eating before sunrise. It feels like you and God are having a private moment.
Yes, that moment when Fajr Adhan begins and you put the glass down, that's commitment. After that, there's no turning back.
By noon, life continues normally. Work doesn't stop, deadlines don't pause. Conversations still happen, but inside, you're aware. You're fasting, you're conscious.
That awareness changes everything. You watch your words more carefully. You think before reacting. You realize fasting isn't just hunger, it's character training.
Around 5 p.m., that's when it becomes real. You smell food from somewhere, your body feels light, your patience feels thin.
That's when Ramadan asks the real question. Who are you when you're empty? Are you still kind? Are you still patient? Are you still grateful?
And then Maghrib comes, the Adhan. That first date in your hand, you look at it differently. It's not just food, it's mercy.
You realize something powerful. You were capable all along. You thought you couldn't last, but you did. All day, without water, without food, you won against yourself.
And now look outside, rain. After the first fast, it feels symbolic, like purification.
Ramadan is rain for the soul. It washes arrogance. It washes ego. It softens the heart.
What surprised me today wasn't the hunger. It was how loud my thoughts were. When you remove food, distractions become clearer. You hear yourself more.
And sometimes that's uncomfortable, but necessary, because growth doesn't happen in noise. It happens in awareness.
You know what's extraordinary? Millions of people today, across different countries, different languages, all fasting together at the same time.
Same hunger, same sunset, same prayer. That unity is powerful. If you survived the first fast, you proved something to yourself. You're stronger than your cravings, stronger than your habits, stronger than your excuses.
Ramadan isn't here to punish you. It's here to elevate you. Every fast is training. Training your discipline, training your patience, training your faith.
Tonight, after Isha, when you lie down, ask yourself one question. Did I fast only from food, or did I fast from anger, from gossip, from negativity?
Because the first day isn't about perfection. It's about intention. And intention grows. Night by night, fast by fast.
This is just day one day out of 30, and already you feel something shifting.
Stay with us. For the next hour, we're going deeper into struggle, into discipline, into transformation.
Okay, so let's move to our main point. The drinking coffee at Ramadan night when it's raining outside. Listen carefully. That rain isn't just falling, it's speaking.
Yeah, at night, rain sounds different. In the daytime, it feels like weather. At night, it feels like emotion.
We're sitting here with coffee in our hands, warm cups, dark sky, rain touching the window slowly. And suddenly, life feels quieter. Why is that?
You know what's interesting? Outside, chaos, wind, water, movement. Inside, stillness, light, warmth, coffee.
That contrast is powerful. And maybe that's what humans need. Not silence without noise, but calm inside the noise.
Night changes perspective. During the day, we perform, we rush, we react. At night, we return to ourselves.
That's true. Daytime belongs to the world. Night belongs to the soul. And when it rains at night, it's like the world slows down for reflection.
You ever notice coffee tastes better when it rains?
It's not the coffee, it's the moment. Coffee becomes a pause, an excuse to sit still, to breathe, to exist without performing.
Humans rarely stop. Even when sitting, we scroll. Even when resting, we think. But tonight, rain forces slowness.
Here's something powerful. Calm is not the absence of problems, it's the presence of control.
Yes, outside the rain doesn't stop because we want it to. But inside this room, we choose how we respond to it.
That's life. Storms outside, decisions inside.
I remember a night like this years ago. I was overwhelmed. Deadlines, family pressure, uncertainty. I sat alone with coffee while it rained, and I realized something. The world was loud in my mind, but outside, the rain was calm. It wasn't aggressive, it wasn't angry, it was steady.
And what changed?
I stopped fighting everything. I started accepting that calm is a skill, not a gift.
There's science behind this. Rain produces white noise. White noise relaxes the brain. But beyond science, rain feels cleansing. It resets the atmosphere.
Maybe humans need internal rain too. Moments that wash over stress. Moments that cool emotional heat.
The problem today is overstimulation, notifications, deadlines, comparison, noise.
We are always consuming something. Information, drama, opinion. But nights like this, with coffee and rain, they remind us we don't need constant stimulation. We need balance.
Look at the rain. It doesn't rush. It doesn't compete. It doesn't apologize. It falls at its own rhythm.
When did we lose our rhythm? Why are we always chasing? Why are we uncomfortable with stillness?
Because stillness reveals truth, and truth requires courage.
People think calm means weak. It's the opposite. Calm is controlled power. It's choosing not to explode, choosing not to panic, choosing not to overreact.
Storm outside, stability inside. That's strength. For the next hour, we're going to explore why humans fear silence, why calm feels uncomfortable, why we run from slow moments, and how nights like this can rebuild us.
We'll talk about emotional discipline, mental clarity, spiritual stillness, and practical ways to build calm in daily life.
If you're listening right now, maybe you're alone, maybe you're tired, maybe you needed this rain tonight.
Take this moment seriously, not dramatically, but intentionally. Hold your cup, listen to the rain, notice your breathing. You are alive. That's not ordinary.
Coffee is temporary, rain will stop, night will pass, but what you realize in quiet moments, that stays.
Calm is not found in perfect conditions. It's built in imperfect ones, like this night, like this rain, like this life.
Stay with us, because tonight isn't about weather. It's about learning how to remain steady even when the world isn't.
Well, this is really a realizable moment in human life. It teaches us that calm is a choice. The rain is not asking for permission. It falls, steady, unafraid.
Sure, unbothered by who likes it or who doesn't. And inside, we sit calmly. That contrast teaches something powerful.
You cannot control the storm, but you can control the room inside you. Calm is not the absence of disturbance. It is emotional discipline within disturbance. That is maturity.
It teaches us the power of pause. Coffee at night is not about caffeine, it's about pause. The steam rising slowly is a reminder. Not everything needs urgency.
Modern life trains us to react instantly. Messages, deadlines, pressure. But this moment whispers, you are allowed to slow down. Growth does not only happen in motion, sometimes it happens in stillness.
It teaches us reflection is necessary. Daytime is performance. Nighttime is reflection. In the day, we act. At night, we understand. Rain amplifies that. It reduces outside noise and increases inner voice.
And when we finally listen inward, we realize most of our stress is noise. Most of our fear is imagination. Most of our rushing is unnecessary. That realization is powerful.
It teaches us emotional regulation. The rain does not explode. It does not panic. It flows in rhythm. Humans often break rhythm. We overthink, overreact, overcomplicate. This movement teaches emotional balance.
Be steady, be consistent, be controlled. Strength is not loud, it is stable.
It teaches us gratitude in ordinary moments.
There is nothing extraordinary happening. No celebration, no achievement, no success story. Just rain, just coffee, just breathing. Yet it feels meaningful. Why? Because peace is more powerful than excitement. We chase big moments, but real life is built in quiet ones. This teaches us happiness is often simple, but simplicity requires awareness.
It teaches human connection. Two people sitting, talking, sharing thoughts. No competition, no performance, just presence. In a world addicted to distraction, this is rare. The movement teaches presence is love, attention is respect, listening is power.
It teaches acceptance. You cannot stop rain. You cannot stop night. You cannot stop time. Fighting reality creates suffering. Accepting it creates calm. This is not weakness. This is intelligence. When we accept what is, we gain energy to change what can be.
Maybe this moment teaches the biggest truth. Life is not always about progress. Sometimes it is about alignment. Aligning your breathing, your thoughts, your emotions. The world moves fast. Rain moves steady. The wise person chooses rhythm over speed. So, what does this movement teach us? It teaches control what's inside, release what's outside, slow down intentionally, find meaning in stillness, build calm as a skill, and maybe the most important lesson, you don't need extraordinary events to feel alive. Sometimes, rain is enough.
Jimmy, tonight is not just about rain.
It's not just about coffee.
It's Ramadan, and that changes everything.
Yes, because Ramadan is not just a month of fasting, it is a month of awareness. And this night, this rain, this stillness, it feels aligned with that spirit.
The connection between rain and Ramadan. Ramadan teaches restraint, from food, from reaction, from impulse. And what did we speak about tonight? Calm, control, internal discipline. That's Ramadan in essence.
Exactly. Fasting during the day trains the body, but nights like this train the soul.
When you fast, you learn hunger. When you sit in quiet rain, you learn stillness. Both are forms of purification.
The meaning of breaking fast and reflection. After iftar, many people rush back into noise. But imagine this, breaking your fast, feeling gratitude, then sitting quietly with coffee while rain falls. That is not just relaxation, that is reflection.
And reflection is worship in its purest form. Because Ramadan is not only about abstaining, it's about understanding. Understanding your dependence on Allah. understanding your weakness, understanding your strength.
The spiritual lesson. Rain in Islam is mercy. It is described as blessing, and fasting is also mercy. It softens arrogance. It humbles ego.
So tonight we have two mercies meeting, rain from the sky and Ramadan in the heart. That's not coincidence, that's symbolism.
The deeper realization. Ramadan teaches delayed gratification. You feel hunger, but you wait. You feel thirst, but you control. And that discipline builds character.
And tonight's calm teaches the same thing. You feel stress, but you pause. You feel noise in your mind, but you regulate. That is spiritual maturity.
Internal governance as worship. During Ramadan, that governance becomes sacred. Every controlled reaction counts. Every patient moment counts. Every quiet reflection counts.
Even sitting here, listening to rain, being grateful for warmth and coffee after fasting, that is awareness. And awareness is elevation.
The final message. So what does this night teach us during Ramadan? It teaches that fasting is not just physical. It is emotional. It is intellectual. It is spiritual.
It teaches that calm is worship, patience is strength, gratitude is wealth, and reflection is growth.
The closing reflection. The rain will stop. Ramadan will pass. But the discipline we build now, that can remain.
Don't let Ramadan end as a month. Let it remain as a mindset. Internal control, measured speech, intentional calm.
Tonight was simple, but sacred. Rain outside, fasting within, coffee in hand, and awareness in the heart.
May we leave this night lighter than we entered it.
And may the calm we built tonight stay with us beyond Ramadan. Good night. Stay steady. Stay grateful. Before closing the video, I need to say something, you all.
Jimmy, let's be honest tonight. Why did we create this kind of conversation? Why do we sit here, speak slowly, reflect deeply, and structure our thoughts clearly? It's not just philosophy. It's not just emotion. There's a purpose.
Yes, this conversation was not only about rain. It was about language and transformation. We created this space for one reason, to help people become powerful English speakers. Why most people struggle with English? Let's address reality. Millions of people study English for years. They memorize grammar, they read textbooks, they learn vocabulary lists. But when it's time to speak, they freeze. Why? Because they learned English academically, but not conversationally.
They know rules, but they don't know rhythm. They know words, but they don't know how to think in English.
What makes our conversations different? So what makes this channel different? We don't just teach English, we demonstrate English. In real emotion, in real rhythm, in real flow.
When you listen to us, you're not memorizing isolated words. You're absorbing sentence structure, natural transitions, emotional vocabulary, thought development, argument building. This is advanced language acquisition.
You are training your brain. When you listen to conversations like this for 1 hour, something happens neurologically. Your brain starts recognizing patterns. You begin to predict sentence endings. You understand tone shifts. You absorb connectors, like because. However, on the other hand, what this teaches us is,
And that is how fluent speakers are made, not by memorizing, but by immersion.
vocabulary growth without pressure. Did you notice something tonight? We used words like internal governance, emotional regulation, reflection, discipline. But we didn't give you a dictionary. We gave you context.
And context builds permanent vocabulary. When you hear a word inside a meaningful conversation, your brain connects it to emotion. That connection makes it unforgettable.
Sentence generation skill. The biggest problem learners face is sentence creation. They think, I know words, but I can't make strong sentences. That's because they don't hear strong sentences often enough.
Listen to this structure. You may not control circumstances, but you are responsible for your internal climate.